Welcome to day 3 of the Creative Arts Collaboration hashtag event for December. And if you want to find other videos by other creators, you go to your YouTube search bar and you type LoveWinterArt with the hashtag in front. That's very important. Put that in front because everyone who's posting videos for this event is using the hashtag and LoveWinterArt statement. So I'm glad you're here. This was kind of an unexpected turn. I had something else planned for today, but I decided to switch gears. So I have not created one in advance to share with you. I do have some pre-cut things for this, but I will tell you what I did so it's easy for you to follow, I'm sure. I have some washi tape here that I want to use up. I'm going to work on a birchwood painting panel, but that's 6 by 12, and it's a 7/8 inch thickness. And I really like working on wood. I'm going to switch over from canvases once I use up all my canvases and create on wood most of the time, except for little small things maybe. But anyway, so glad you're here. Hope you're enjoying this hashtag event. I love doing them. This is my second one. Event, not video, but event. I'm thinking for this, what I want to do is pre-paint this because this particular washi tape is very see-through. So you'll see, maybe not. Maybe not. Let's not. What I'm going to do is use as much of this as I can, if not all of it. And I'm just going to layer my washi tape all over this box. Now, if you have washi tape you want to use up, it's a great idea to use that. If it's not the colors I'm using, which I'm using the greens, I'm not sure if I got all of them or not. I'll have to look. I think there's one more. If you don't have greens, which is what I'm using, use any color and then paint over it. And then you'll have some of that texture in the background, or do a wash over it, or a light gesso coat over it. Anything will be fine. I just wanted to use the greens because of what I'm working with today, what I'm going to do. So let me look one real quick. Here's another one. I don't think I'm going to use this one though. Okay, we're just going to stick with what we have unless we run out. So my goal is to use up as much of this as I can because I'm on a mission to use my washi tape. I'm ready for some new ones and I've had these laying around forever and haven't used them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this way because I'm going to lay strips. Ow! Don't do that because there are little pieces of slivers that could get you if you're not careful. I think I don't think it got in me, but anyway, the canvas is going to go this way, but I'm working on it this way right now. And I apologize if the lighting in here is weird. It's getting dark. It's getting dark outside. And when it gets dark outside, I lose a lot of natural light. And so hopefully the lighting at the table is enough to sustain for a little while. I may work this in 2 parts, finish it tomorrow. I don't know. So I am going to lay down collage as I put this down because I want this to stay and I don't want to have to worry about it peeling up. Even though there'll be a layer on top, it may be that the top layer isn't enough to hold the bottom layer from peeling up a little bit now and then. So as we go, we're just going to put a little bit along the board, the canvas. I gotta think what's going. It's been a long day. I've filmed 1, 2, 3, I think 4 videos today. This is my 5th, so forgive me. A little bit slap happy there. Okay, let's just start by putting some of this collage down. It doesn't have to be a thick layer, just enough to give you a little glue. And let's do a strip. And this whole thing's going to be covered, so you don't have to be too careful. But when you finish up, you don't want raw ends, I don't think, on this particular one. So let's continue on. Let's get these started. It's always so hard to start this. And probably I will fast forward through this process because it is repetitive and I don't think that I have enough left of me to talk about today that you would be very interested in. So once I get going, I'll do a few just so you get the gist of it in slow, regular motion, I guess, not slow motion, but regular motion, regular speed. And then I'll go fast, very, very fast. and then I'll talk to you when I'm done. So let's do a few strips. And I don't know, I haven't done one of these. I just winging it, so I don't know if it's going to do what I want it to do or not. I hope it does. Oops. Hope it does. I'm gonna alternate using these. Going a long one on this one. What I'm doing is just cutting different lengths of washi tape. Probably should have done a white one in between, but that's okay. This is white in it. And we're going to cover the whole canvas with washi tape. And I do want to see if I have one more. Pulled another washi tape out of the box over there. And seems like my camera's not straight. Oh well, this will work. This will work okay. Anyway, I pulled another one out, and it's not in the same family, but it's good enough because I'll probably put a little bit of a gesso wash over this. I'm not positive, but that's my thinking. Okay, just go along and you fill in everywhere you go. It's time to put more collage brush in my jar. You don't have to coat on top as you go. I do a little bit, but I am going to be going over it again pretty heavily. Well, I would say heavy. I just would say a good coat. Okay, so you've seen what I'm doing. I'm layering them in small and large pieces across the board, canvas. And I'm going to do that over the whole thing. So I think that you can grasp this because y'all are smart people. And I will speed on through. And when I get done, I'll come back and we'll do the next step. So let me get this on there, then we'll speed up. Whoop, 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 whoop. Come on, turn around. You could use scraps to do this. You don't have to use your washi tape. You can use scraps, you can use paper strips, anything you want. So let's go fast forward. going to turn off the camera while I finish this. This is going to take me a little while. There's no sense fast forwarding even that much over this. It's the same process over and over and over that you just saw me do. So I'm going to turn off the camera, and when I get this completely covered, I'll come back. Hey, it is the next day, so the lighting in here is better. It's a little brighter outside. It is an overcast day, but we have more light than we did last night, so you can see this a little better, I think. The washi tape is on the canvas now, and I did it on the sides as well. The same all the way around. I didn't mix it up on the sides. And what I'm going to do with it now is I'm going to take some gesso and just kind of push this back a little bit. I want it to be seen, but I don't want it to be the predominant thing on the canvas. About time to open the new gesso, I think. So let's just squeeze a little out if we can get any out of this bottle. There's a little there, a little there. And I've got my brush that I use for Mod Podge and stuff that I kind of ruined. I started using a newer brush for the Mod Podge, but for gesso and glue, this is ruined. It's ruined for glue because of glue. So I'm just going to use it because it's kind of scrubby and the ends are soft, a little bit soft, but the rest is really hard. And I've tried all the different things that you do for hang on. For cleaning them up, like the Murphy's oil, and my goodness, that Murphy's oil is pretty good, but it doesn't do the job completely on some things because I have a stencil that I have soaked for days and days and days. I mean like a week. And I cleaned all my stencils as best as they could be cleaned because I don't clean them often, so they get pretty grungy, but one of them, I dirtied it up doing jelly prints. It was not dirty before I started. And it got really grunged up and I couldn't get it off. I still can't get all of it off. So I don't know. And I've soaked it in Murphy's oil, I've scrubbed it, I've soaked it in warm water and regular, what do you call it? I'm trying to think and do this too. Regular soap. I really want to wipe some of that back. I don't want all that on there. I don't want to use my fingers because there was a little splinter in the board when I ran across it the first time, and I don't want to do that again. Because it's covered except for that one little spot there. The tape didn't meet and I didn't want to overlap the edges because I am going to put a little paint or something on the edges. Doing around the edges a little bit with gesso. This is an awkward size. I love the size, but it's different than what I'm used to, so I'm losing track of it. Getting out of my hands. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of, let me get rid of this. I don't want to waste it. But I am going to put a little bit of water on my brush. Well, it's not getting enough. There we go. Okay. I think that's good. There's a little bit on there. You can still see the washi tape, but it's kind of muted. Just getting the excess off my brush and putting it around the edges. This thing scoots everything around. I need 4 hands. I'm telling you guys, I say I need people to help. But really, 4 hands would work. I don't want the top to have any kind of bumps or lumps or anything like that from paint or gesso or anything. So make sure if you're doing this with me that your top is as flat as you can get it. Doesn't have to be perfectly flat, just smoother. You don't want a lot of raised texture. Okay, that has to dry, but before I let it dry, I think I'm going to take, I'm not sure what color I want to use. I think I'm going to use my brown oxide. I have a brown oxide that's by Plaid. It's apple barrel. And it came this way. It's very liquidy. It's not thick like other paints. And I kind of use it as a wash, a little bit of a wash, or what do you call it, like aging or something like that. So I'm going to try a little bit of that with this and see if I like it. And I'm just using a little bit. See, there's some sticky things. I'm not doing a lot, just a little bit. Oop. See, I don't know if you saw that, but it's very liquidy. So I shook it because I'm used to other paints where I have to shake it to get any out to the bottom, and that one just flew right out. It could have gone right on my canvas. I'm lucky it didn't. I do like this little bit of a brown added. Okay. Okay, we're going to let this dry for a little bit. As soon as it dries, we will come back and we'll do the next step. Okay, I've made my protein shake, so I'm good to go for breakfast. And I'm ready to proceed with this canvas. It's pretty dry, and this is what it looks like so far. I don't know, it's hard to fit in frame. I have an old StazOn pad that I didn't re-ink or anything. I've never re-inked any of mine, actually. But I do save them for old scrubbing. And this one is black. And I thought I would go ahead and see if this would work a little bit on the edges and give a little highlight that way also. And because it's wood, it's working pretty well. When I try to do it on paper, I have a hard time because there's not much ink left in here at all, so it's very hard to put on paper. Okay, can you see what it's doing there? So if you have one of these old pads, do this. If you I wouldn't recommend using my really good one because it could rip it or ruin it. But it's up to you. You decide what you want to do and act accordingly. But if you decide you don't want to use your pad, you could take paint and a little sponge and dab it on. Just be real careful. If it's wood, I wouldn't use my finger because you might get a splinter. You could use a pen, like a marker. Bailey's going to dig for us. If you're new, this is what happens in most of my videos, is Bailey comes in and digs to get her little seat fixed. A little on the top too. I'm getting brave, huh? Getting brave. We're going for it. It's not what I really intended to do, but I'm kind of liking it, so. I'm actually just liking the scrubbing and playing with it. That's really fun. So if I mess up what it looks like, oh well, but I'm having fun. That's all that matters. Okay, I really like that. I'm all fingers today. I'm all thumbs, basically, is what I'm trying to say. It's still kind of early, and I did my routine a little different today, so I'm not using the right words. Not completely all there yet. So, do the edges on the sides because we need more scrubbing. This was fun. I wish scrubbing when you're cleaning like this would be more fun. This is fun. Scrubbing to clean, not so much fun. Okay. Okay, I keep saying okay, but I see some wood showing over here that I really didn't want to show. I think it's just going to have to show. Or maybe I'll come back with some white paint. Okay, I probably won't fast forward through that part, just because I enjoyed it so much. Maybe you will too, but it is a little bit of a monotonous thing, so you can fast forward yourself if you don't like it, but I thought I'd just leave it in there. The wood I'm talking about is right here between the washi tape and the edge, and just a little tiny strip. So I'm not sure how I will address that yet. I may take black paint, like I was just telling you, and do that on the side. But the next step I want to do is I already pre-cut everything, but I'm going to show you how I did it, and it's very simple. Very simple. I know you can do it. Let me grab a couple things. Okay. The next thing I did was I took some papers, a variety of greens, all different shades and colors, and I cut strips, the widths that I wanted. I had different widths. So let's say, for example, I like this length. I just go ahead and cut the strip however thick I want it, and it winds up like maybe that thick, and I use that. And let's say this one, I want it to be this thick, so, and I want it this long, and I just cut that. And then I just have all these different strips, but I want to make sure, and I'll show you what I've done here. I want to make sure that I have enough to form the shape of a tree when I lay them all down together. So you can see I used regular paper. It's really soft, thin, just regular craft paper. This is fabric. This is a heavier cardstock type paper with glitter on it. This is a jelly print piece that I had left over. I think I wanted the ribbon in between here though. This is ribbon I haven't cut yet. Here's another piece here. It's got a little pink color in it. And then I took a piece of paper and I cut a star, primitive star. and I just cut the leg like this, and then I came over here like this, made a point, and then went up this way. You know how to cut a star, I'm sure. And it's not even and not perfect, it's just kind of primitive, and I wanted it that way too. So, seems like there should be one more piece. Oh, I think I've got it backwards. There. There's a piece missing, I think. Or maybe I just want one more piece and don't know it. Okay, maybe this is the problem. I need to add the trunk. In the trunk, I just cut a, oh, let me get you out here. I just cut a piece of paper that I liked into the size I wanted. You could go this way, but I'm choosing to go this way. And I can't decide yet if I want to go straight up and down or if I want to angle these, you know, different angles like this. I'm thinking that I want to go straight. Angled would be a little more primitive looking. Let's go ahead and cut our ribbon, that will help. I saved it because I wanted you to see that I just take whatever I want to use and measure out how far I want. And this one's going to be about the same length, a little bit shorter. Let's go ahead and do it right there. Okay. Let's put them straight and see what they look like if we like it. Okay, that's straight. Sort of straight. Now let's take a picture. If you're ever in doubt of something that you're doing, take your phone and take a picture. And then do it the way you are also thinking of doing it. Do it the other way, kind of. I may have to do a shorter stem to do it crooked like this. If I do. Let's do that. Might have to add some in to fill in the spaces because I don't know if I like the spaces. Overlapping maybe. And then take a picture of this and see how you feel. Then you can compare them, or you can look at your old picture, the first picture you took. Like this, and compare side by side. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking crooked. What are y'all thinking? I don't know if you can see. I don't think you can. Well, let me take a picture of the crooked also. And I'll compare them back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, let me do that and I'll come back and let you know what I decided. Okay, the verdict is in. We are going to go crooked. You'll have to let me know what you decided in the comments below. I'd be curious to know what y'all decided. What I'm going to do next is start gluing down. Actually, I'm going to collage it down to the board. The fabric I may just glue down and then I will go over it with collage in the end. Really don't know what I want to do about that. I don't want to grab out any mediums or anything like that, so I'm going to keep it kind of simple. So let's start down here. I've taken a picture so I know where everything goes, but let's keep the order proper on our table anyway. Because that's the order I want to go in. Okay, we are going to drop, I think, the trunk down just a little bit. Cut off a little bit of that. And if I wind up after it's glued down, if I wind up with more space than I think I'm going to wind up with, then I can always bring in something else and put a little piece up here. So don't worry about that. Okay. I want to use my scrubby brush. No, I'll use the little one here. Okay, then you start putting your pages down, or your little pieces of paper down. You can get all gluey. If you're like me, I can't do this and not get messy. I just can't. I say that a lot in my videos, I think. I think because I'm so enamored by people who do this without getting messy. It's like, wow, how do you do that? Okay. Need something to set my brush in while I'm working. All right, the next piece is this green. We'll start this way, I think. Just cover the back of the paper. As soon as I get this one down, as soon as I get the next one down, we'll fast forward so that you don't have to watch everything in slow. I just wanted to get a few down, like get the idea, which I think you do. I think you get the idea. It's very easy. Okay, and then make sure you get the edges all covered down. Might as well just go ahead and cover the top too. We're going to be covering this whole piece anyway. Bailey's over there snoring in her little bed. Well, she's not snoring, she's breathing deeply. Sounds like it's almost a snore though. I don't know if you can hear her. Okay. All right, next piece is the fabric. I think I'm tempted to glue that down. Let's see where I want it first. Probably like that. This is up to you to decide how you want to do it. If you want to use a matte medium, like a gel medium or something like that, you can do that. I'm just gluing it, and then later I'll go over it with Collage Pot, all the way, and probably dab it on or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave it plain. But I'm just choosing to glue, because I don't want to saturate the fabric with the Collage Pot right now. I want to wait. Saturate it later. Okay. Then, this is out of order. Oh, no, it's not. I wanted this one next, or did I? Yeah, I wanted this one next. So we'll glue that one down too. Okay, anything that's fabric, I'm going to glue. You can choose to do it however you want. I'm going to fast forward through the rest of this, and then when I get it on and all glued down, we'll come back. There, I know. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that until it was too late. I may cut that part out. If you don't see me do the top here, it's because I was out of frame, or and I cut the video out. But all I did was glue and collage all these pieces down and the star, and then I went over the whole thing with the collage. Oops. So far, that's what it looks like. I love it just like this, and I may leave it just like this. I don't know. I'm gonna let it dry. I'll do that off camera, and while I'm drying, I'll think, and then I'll come back and let you know when I decide it's a little bit dry, pretty dry. Still a little sticky in some places. I really like this. I think it's very primitive, whimsical, just fun. I am going to take the Pilot Permaball pen, and I'm going to go around the papers in a rough, sketchy kind of way, and hopefully the pen will ride across. I think it's dry enough. I'm just impatient. I want to just get going and do it. So let's see. Okay. Still a little gunky in some places. I'll have to come back over it. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Cross over in some sections, and I didn't want to cross the lines, but oh well, I did. That's not supposed to be there at all. When you collage, you have a little bit of time to clean up if you make a mistake. Turning it around because I don't want to stick my hand on the fresh pen, so I'm sorry if it's upside down for you. I'll turn it back around real soon. Okay, I like that even better. Okay, so, I want to add a few more, just a few squiggly lines here and there, like right there, right there. Okay, that's good. That's good. After this dries a little bit, I'll probably collage over it again just to seal in the pen. I'm not going to put anything on the trees itself. I'd want to leave it just like this. But I am going to add, I tied it while I was waiting for it to dry. I took some of this organdy, is it organdy or organza? Organdy, yeah. Organdy. There we go. Keep wanting to say organza, but it's organdy. It says on here. I tied a bow. I took the green color. I think it's called Willow. And tying a bow here. I think I'm going to put it right down here. Off to the side, I think. I gotta think about this. I decide on the bow. I'm gonna take my Sharpie poster paint pen, and I might go around where I did the black lines. I might do a little bit of a sketchy white line. Just in a few places, not the whole place. Everywhere that I put a line. Sorry, when I'm thinking ahead while I'm working. And then when I try to talk to you, I can't think of my words. Because my mind's like 40 steps ahead trying to figure out what I want to do next. If I want to continue this way. If I want to stop while I'm ahead. Am I going to ruin this? All those things. Okay, I do like that. It kind of tones it down just a shade. I do like that. All right. Now we have to decide on the bow. Just go ahead and trim it. And that may help me because I don't like the way it looks right now. It's wanting to come apart. I'll get it glued down and it won't. I don't know. I just don't think I want the bow there. It's something about it. We need something, but I don't think we need the bow. Okay, let me think about it. I'm going to see if there's anything else I can do. Bailey's opinion, and we both agree no bow. Actually, I took a picture, like I told you guys to do. I took a picture without and with, and when I looked at it from a different perspective, I didn't like the bow there. It didn't work. It didn't match. I mean, it matches, but it doesn't work with it. So I did decide, though, to bring in my stamps that I like. I think I'm going to use one that's just... I don't want the numbers. This is busy enough. I don't want script. I don't think we need that. This, I can't tell you the name. Maybe I can. Hang on. These are not in stores anymore. They're discontinued, I believe. They don't make them anymore. But maybe somebody's online selling them or something. I've mentioned them several times. But they're by Glitz, and they're called Clear Stamps Distressing. And it's D2343. And the glitzitnow.com I don't think works. I think the website's not there anymore. So, but just so you know, if you get determined that you want to find them and try to look around, good luck. But I don't think that they're out there anymore. And I hope mine lasts forever because I love them. They're one of my favorite. I use them all the time. So I don't want black or brown. I want black. So I'm just going to bring in some visual texture. Instead of the black paint I told you about, we're going to do this. a little bit of a distressy look, which is what the stamp says. And I think that's it. I think that's all I want to do. Really, I just wanted it simple and basic. And I think that's good enough. I don't think of anything else I really want to do to it except maybe seal it again. So, I think it's really cute. I wish I could show it to you guys in a different way, but very simple, very fast. Something very fast to do for your wall and for Christmas or for a gift. You might want to make yours more elegant. Mine's rather rough and kind of messy looking, but it's because I wanted it that way. I really love just looking over at it, holding it arm's length and looking at it. I really love that. It just has a cute, kind of primitive look to me. The only thing I'm going to do, and I won't do it on camera because you don't really need to see it anymore, is I'm going to put another coat of the collage podge on just to seal in the ink and the distressing and all that stuff. It's permanent, but, well, the distress is, but the ink, I don't know if it's permanent, if it got moisture on it or anything. I think the poster paint is, but I don't know about the black pen. But I am going to go over it one more time, just to be safe. And that's it, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a ball. I loved making this. I didn't plan this. I had something else planned, and I don't know what happened. It just sort of came to me, and I just did it. So I really enjoyed it, and I probably will make some smaller versions of this. Maybe today. Well, I can't today. I got to edit a video for you guys. I don't know. Sometime, because it was fun and it's simple and it's fast. I made it seem longer because I'm talking to you and I'm trying to film and stumble around while I'm doing it. But if I was just doing this without talking to you guys and just focused, you could just slap these washi tapes on, and you could use scrapbook paper. You could use labels. If you jelly print labels or something like that, you could throw those on there, seal it down, cut your strips of fabric or paint, not paint, paper. Ribbons, you could just do ribbons across here of different greens or colors, whatever you would add, reds, golds, whatever colors you want to add in there. If you had some stickles, I have some packed away. I don't have all my supplies handy to me, so I just use what I have around me. But you could go around the star and make it shiny if you wanted to. I could even bring in some green paint and kind of dab on it just to accentuate the greens, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to leave it just like this. So, sky's the limit. You do what you want, you take it where you want, and have a good time with it. And I will talk to you again later. Thanks for being here. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.